We're here with Ed Fernandez, Learning Specialist at the Learning and Career Center here on campus.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Hi, Kendra. Hi,
Great.
Brianna.
Hello.
Nice to see you. So we have some questions about, some study habits that go on with students at UT. So if students are really overwhelmed with their studying, what's a good way to release stress while they're studying?
Well, I think one of the things that students can do is basically kind of seek a little balance when they manage their time. I think there's a tendency on the part of students when they fall behind a little bit to go ahead and try to block out every hour in their weekly schedule, so to speak. And I would encourage students to go ahead and block out a little bit of time for themselves to blow a little steam, because the truth of the matter is if they keep pushing themselves without taking a break, so to speak, that can lead to burnout, and it takes twice as long to basically study whatever it is that you're studying. So be smart. Take care of your physical needs and your emotional needs as well too by taking a little bit of time off.
Good.
Okay.
What is the most common study problem that you see in students?
Well, I see many, and it depends on the student. But off the top of my head, I would say there are two that come to mind. One is that students oftentimes underestimate how long it takes to learn new material. And as a result of that, they don't set aside enough time to learn the material. And by extension, they don't set aside a sufficient amount of time to basically study for a test. And that oftentimes leads to frustrating lapses of memory when they take the test. They haven't rehearsed the material sufficiently. And that, by extension, can lead to a little bit of test anxiety, I would say. They're distracted, and they're not able to focus their attention on the test items themselves.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, saying that for exams and tests, what is the effect of, I don't know, lack of sleep, texting, Facebook, Twitter, all of that have while you're trying to study for an exam? How does that affect the students?
Well, I think if you are depriving yourself of sleep or not getting enough sleep, that could lead to issues in regard to your concentration. Okay. And then I would argue that in many cases your studying is not necessarily as strong as it could be if you simply got a sufficient amount of sleep. Okay. Now let me just say this: I don't have anything against Facebook or texting or Twitter or anything of that nature, even though that I'm an old fellow here. But I worry that sometimes students do those sorts of things at the expense of their coursework. It's sort of an insidious form of procrastination. They're having anxiety about their coursework. They're not sure what to do. And so they start getting on Facebook, or they start, they maybe get online and try to really learn a number of learning skills. But the truth of the matter is that what they really need to do is learn a few learning skills and then apply them to their situation in their coursework, okay?
Right.